Good Sunday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's weather forecast, we are going to be going over the tropics. And of course, we are watching Milton still for the potential of rapid intensification. And these hurricane models are being really aggressive on it. And we will, really be showing you guys that and talking about why. But we will also be going over what we can expect for impacts across Florida, and we will also be going over what we could see for the potential track and intensity of it, which, will likely be somewhere in between Cape Coral all the way up there towards Cedar Key. So somewhere in between those two areas in Florida is likely where we'll see landfall, and so we will definitely keep an eye on it. But if you are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys subscribing, and don't worry, I will change how many subscribers I have during my next video. But if you are new here to the YouTube channel, like I said, or if you haven't subscribed, make sure to go down below and press that subscribe button. If you want to leave any likes, feel free to do that. Those help out more than you know. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or concerns down below. Feel free to leave any questions about Milton, as it does, likely intensify. And, this is definitely going to be something to really be keeping an eye on throughout the week. So feel free to leave any questions about that, or just, leave anything you want to down below, as long as it's respectful. Let's now go ahead and take a look at the overall tropics. And as you guys can see, we still do have Hurricane Kirk and Leslie out there. But like I said, these ones aren't likely going to impact any land, so everyone should be fine. We are mainly concerned about Milton over here, which has just upgraded to a tropical storm, and it was actually just a depression yesterday, which does indicate that, there could definitely already be some rapid intensification, and it is still organizing as of right now, unfortunately. So we will definitely need to be watching Milton closely, as it does, continue to ride across the Gulf of Mexico. But like I said, with these other two, these ones aren't going to impact any land. We also do have a new area of development, but that one will more than likely head out to C2 as well, but we will keep an eye on it just in case. Let's now go ahead and look at the potential track of Milton. And as you guys can see, Milton will likely upgrade into a hurricane by tomorrow morning, as it will likely be a Category 1 hurricane. And then after Monday, this will continue to strengthen, likely to reach Category 2 hurricane status by Tuesday morning, and then will likely reach Category 3 or maybe even Category 4 by the time we head into Tuesday afternoon, and as well as Wednesday morning. So Wednesday morning is when this will likely be the strongest, and that's about when we're also expected to see landfall right here in Florida, and that's why I just like to call it by midweek, which would be Wednesday of this week. And probably not going to be Wednesday morning. It's probably going to be more like Wednesday afternoon or evening when we start to see this landfall, but definitely be ready by Wednesday if you haven't got prepared already. So if you do live in between Cape Coral all the way up there towards Cedar Key, you need to make sure you are prepared just in case. And even though this kind of uncertainty is extremely big, just indicating that we aren't really sure exactly where this is going to make landfall, still get prepared just in case, because then you will more than likely stay safe. Let's now go ahead and take a look at the potential track of Milton. This is using model track guidance, and as you guys can see, this is likely going to head straight across the Gulf of Mexico. We have really good agreement on that part, but there's a little bit of a question on where exactly this is going to make landfall. And this hurricane is also expected to stay a little bit smaller too as well compared to Helene, so the wind field isn't going to be as big, and it will more than likely just be a regular size hurricane. So wherever this makes landfall, will be the hardest hit area, and I'm pretty sure the Tampa Bay area is where most of these models are showing it making landfall. But we can't rule out landfall as far down south as Cape Coral, like I said, or even as far north as Cape Coral, or not Cape Coral but Cedar Key, or maybe even as far north as the Big Bend. Who knows exactly where this is going to make landfall, especially because of how bit the kind of uncertainty is, like I said, but we will continue to keep an eye on it, and we will definitely have more certainty as we do get closer. Let's now go ahead and take a look at the intensity guidance, and as you guys can see, most models show this in between a category 2 to category 3 hurricane, but even 2 are pointing out all the way up there towards category 4 and even category 5 hurricane strength guides. And models showing this strong of strength would be pretty rare. We don't usually see most hurricanes get all the way up there towards category 5, but one model shows that, by the way, which isn't very good agreement. I think this will be either a category 3 to low and category 4 hurricane, just due to how favorable the environment will be in the Atlantic Ocean. So we'll definitely continue to keep an eye on it, but a low end category 5 would be worst case scenario. I don't think that will be, something, I don't think that will really be happening, but I still do think, it does have the potential to at least get up there to low end category 4. Let's now go ahead and take a look at some hurricane models. This is the HAFSA model. So, we looked at the HAFSB model yesterday, but now we're looking at the HAFSB model for today, and this one does show a little bit of a different scenario, especially with how organized it is. Okay, we're talking less organized than what we could see, especially because as it does get closer to Florida, it will likely interact with some dry air that would be around. And some of the models do show that, and I know I'm not showing you guys on this page, but there really is going to be some dry air around, and we're hoping that this will really die down, but unfortunately this could really be staying extremely strong before it reaches the Florida coast if we're not making landfall. And this does show it as a category 5 hurricane as it gets closer to Florida, and that's why this would certainly be worst case scenario, but we will continue to keep an eye on it. This model right here, for my opinion, this one isn't as bullish, but does show it more organized. However, this is the HWRF model. This is another hurricane model that we like to look at too as well. And like I said, this one does show it a little bit more organized, just indicating that we could maybe see, some stronger strength as it does get closer to Florida. And that's mainly due to, this wrapping around the eye, which means any dry air or wind shear that would be around will likely, be keeping the eye and wind shear out of the eye part. So we'll definitely continue to keep an eye on it as the system does get closer to Florida, but this does show some really good organization right around the eye, which indicates that any dry air or wind shear that's around wouldn't be able to interfere with this system as much, which would be the worst case scenario, but we are still going to be keeping an eye on it just in case. Let's now go ahead and take a look at how much rainfall we can expect with this system. This is going to be our total rainfall from now all the way through Thursday this week, and as you guys can see, really high rainfall totals are definitely likely across much of Florida, as anywhere from 4 to 6 inches widespread is likely, but we could definitely see some scattered totals, especially along the coast of 8 to 12 inches, but even some areas, especially well off the coast or even right near the Tampa Bay area, does have the potential to see over a foot of rainfall, guys. So we'll have to see exactly how strong this gets. But as of right now, that still does remain uncertain, but we will still be keeping an eye on it. And like I said, this is the best time to prepare if you do live in Florida. Because like I said, it's always good to be prepared just in case. So make sure to prepare right now before the system does reach Florida. And, that will definitely be good news right there, especially after Helene, which, really did cause a lot of fatalities. So I'm hoping you guys in Florida are really prepared. Please get prepared now. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. If you guys, haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. Like I said, if you want to leave any questions, comments, or concerns about Milton, feel free to do that, including any questions about how to get prepared, because I assume some of you guys are kind of struggling with that. So make sure to leave any questions about that, or just whatever you want, as long as it's respectful. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend.